Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Young Kwanku has it all teed up. And we're off from MetLife. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they've made the postseason both times.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
And the Packers first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Even 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Shotgun now for Love. Throws caught, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
A gain of 7, and a Packer first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Jacobs running behind center. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Love from the gun. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Third and long for him here. That's complete to Musgrave. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, it's Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of inch as they get set for 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting a quarterback in the rhythm, right?
Yeah.
Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and to finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out, one of 2 quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the things that I know Brian Dable and the Giants loved about Jackson Dart is every step of his career. From high school in Utah to USC to Ole Miss, he just kept getting better and better and better. How about the first QB to lead Ole Miss Rebels to back-to-back 10-win seasons in over 80 years? That's what they're getting in their first-round pick.
Let's start on the ground here. Tracy drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. That's going to tuck it and run. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the pack gets home, they drop him. And the defense comes through, that's gonna back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Quick throw out wide by Love. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be 1st down, Packers.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They go counter, it's Jacobs. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss, we've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Love looking to pass. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Wheeler to send it flying for the Packers. Gunnar Olszewski will return it for the Giants. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. One play action with Dart. It's caught right side by Johnson. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Brought to the ground by the ball hawk and former New York Giant Xavier McKinney.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now Dart. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On the sneak, here's Dart. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
16 yards. That's another Giants first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Here's Tracy on first down. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. And Jordan Cooper there to make the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll go play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Throwing on first down, it's Dart. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Counter give to Tracy. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Dart out of the shotgun. Hyatt with the grab. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Field goal attempt coming now from Younghoe Koo. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Koo able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now low. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Running right, here's Jacobs. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Love now, off the play action. Complete out to the right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Love on 3rd and short. Got his man, it's Golden. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. This is ahead for about 5. Audio Carrican making that stop.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Jacobs gets it on the draw. Nothing doing on the draw block. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To the air with Love. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Packers first down. A gain of 7 and a Packer first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Ready to go with the second quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. Going to the ground again on first. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On second down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Packers first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Love from the gun. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers now lead by 10. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers drive their lead to 11.
14, Giants 3.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And he's brought down just inside the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. That's complete to Darius Slayton. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
From the gun, it's Tracy. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
This offense is sending a message, winning the battle up front on consecutive snaps. There's got to be some urgency here defensively. You just can't keep getting walked backward this easily.
They go right back to Tracy. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Darts back to throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Quick one to the outside by Dart. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They motion the tight end over. Tracy. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Dart. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants make it a one-score game in the first half.
That's exactly what this offense was dreaming of when they brought him in as a rookie quarterback, showing off that ability to run. And Kate, that's exactly what these defensive coordinators are hoping to not see. Yet another dynamic rookie quarterback that can score it with his legs.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut the lead down to 4.
14. Giants 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Shotgun now for Love. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Jacobs running behind center. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Quick throw out wide by Love. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Love. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. That's complete to Musgrave. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Third and 2, Love to throw. On target to Musgrave. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Here's Love to throw. This is on target to Christian Watson. Nice gain there on 2nd down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
To Romeo Dobbs. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's a Green Bay touchdown! The Packers now lead by 10.
Quarterback, receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers drive their lead to 11.
Giants 10.
Now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. Dodge the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taken a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Air it out on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And Donk's got a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. He's got it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On play action with Dart. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
A gain of 17 yards.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Dart out of the shotgun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Pass complete to Robinson. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants with a 1st and 10. Casey. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
The Packers take their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Now Dart. Quick slant complete. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
2-yard line.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Blitz coming. Here's Dart. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down at the line. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Done this time. Here's Dart. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants make it a one-score game before halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Giants cut the lead down to 4.
Packers 21, Giants 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love from the gun. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. To the air with Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. The Giants take over now late in this first half. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Here goes Dart to the air. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Dart's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has it in close. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though, made it to 46, 3rd down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And Dart's got a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Now here he goes again. And this one doesn't go far.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our 2nd half gets underway. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here starts. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Giants are set to punt. Fair catch made here at the 30. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They've got 1st down from the 31. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. There's Love to throw. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. He's got it at the 24. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Giants about to get to work on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. On a sneak. Here's Dart. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
You know what? It's a pretty doggone impressive feat of strength to hold the line against a sneak, even when you know it's coming.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
4th and 1, why not turn it into a battle up front? You think you got the bigger, badder dudes on the line? Well, they just proved it. No thinking, just doing.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Motion man right is Slayton. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Dart's going to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Dart's back to throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Packers all set to get back out there. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Back to the air. Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Let's on the ground here. Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Tight end going in motion here. It's going to tuck it and run. Offense wins zone read, but what a read by the defense. They blow it up for a loss of 4. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
3rd down now. Here's Dogs. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. They'll send out the punting unit. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Out now runs the Packer offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Love out of the shotgun. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers now lead by 10. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers drive their lead to 11.
Giants 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Olszewski. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 29-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pass complete to Robinson. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
You know, that's a case, Kate, defensively, where you just got to keep your eyes on the backfield and be ready if they go with that drop play. Even an extra second to react, well, it gives them room to operate.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. The give to Tracy up the middle. Bounce outside, yields a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Dart out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell him to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
From the red zone on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. There's a dive up the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. One play action with Darts. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Second and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. It's Tracy on the carry. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. It's a 7-yard pickup, but still a ways away for 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Calling his own number here on 3rd and goal. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. He gets 4, but not there yet. That brings up 4th and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3. They'll go. Here's Darts. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
What an absolute bonus for this offensive coordinator when you've got a QB that can create. What a nightmare for a defense as they just get run on.
Brian Dable has the offense out there. They're trying for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of his own lead. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here comes Williams on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Play action, Love. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Now run, Jacobs. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Three quarters in the books from this one. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They go to him again. And he does not get in. They stop him at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch it.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Jordan Love, the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers push the lead up to 12.
35. Giants 23.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Air it out on 3rd. It's on target to Johnson. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Counter give to Tracy. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. He's running for it. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Giants first first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Nice tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Well, I think there's a good case for that to go either way, but the officials decided he was the more egregious offender, so it's offensive interference. Backed up just a bit following the penalty. Here's first and 20. Here goes Dart to the air. Setting up the running back screen. Still has room inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Offense to line. This is second and 4. They'll go play action. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Giants now within one score in the fourth.
Hey, 3 touchdown games aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Giants trim the deficit down to 5.
35. Giants 30.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Packers getting set here. First and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Got his man. It's Golden. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 15. First down, Green Bay.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Love with it on first down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Brought in. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Punting unit out now. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd. Darts out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Dart. Brought in right side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this 2nd half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Thrown on first down, Love. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Love out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Going play action with darts. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Darts back to throw. They were open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Wow, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the first down play, forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. To throw. Here's Dart. Screen pass here for Singletary. Into Rome. He's beyond the 20. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Jukes away from one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
He did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Matthew Golden. So it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
A second down throw here for Love. Cut down the field, Golden. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line.
30.
Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone, instead stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Once more, it's Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers push the lead up to 12.
42. Giants 30.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants about to get to work on offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. First call here coming from the shotgun. We'll start the drive with Singletary. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
All right, here we go. Second down. With the gun this time, here's Dart. He's going to pull this one down and run with it.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, he's going to run for it. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Give to Singletary from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Darts going to the air. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
3rd down now. Here's Darts. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And Darts got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Darts looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
On 1st and 10, here's Darts. That's low and bounces short of his man.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10. Here's Dart now. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Desperation time here. Going deep here for the end zone. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Packers and Matthew Golden ready to take over once again on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. First and 10 now from the 30. And out to Jacobs to start the drive. Cuts it to the right sideline. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Jacobs gets it on the draw. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. The defense calling time here. 2:08 on the clock.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
3rd down. Giants coming out in a dime look. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing his love on 3rd. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Here goes Dart to the air. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is to throw. Escapes out to the left. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
The 34-yard line.
1st and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Mr. Singletary on the check down. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Trying to push deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Throwing now. Now he takes it. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Darts out of the shotgun. Brought in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from New York.